I don't know if you have ever heard about people saying things when they are measuring land like 100 by 50, 50 by 100, 100 by 100, 200 by this, and so on. Now, all this by this they are saying is actually they are talking about the area of the land. Let's say we are looking at something of this nature. Let me remove this ink. Let me change it to a better ink. Let's say we are measuring the area of the land. Let's say if from here to here, and the measure from here to here, the measure from here to here, and from here to here. Now, most lands are not at this squared uh, or a rectangle of this nature. Some can be of this shape, something like this. Some can be like this, and so on. So that's how you do measure all round to see actually the length of each sides. So all those 150 and the rest they are calling, it is actually they use foot. They use foot. So I'm going to show you now to convert from feet to inches. Have you heard about people saying in blocks, especially when they are in engineering? In block they will be saying 9 inches, 6 inches, and the rest. You have to convert inches, then move it to millimeters and meters, as the case may be. Now, most of us know meters, but I've asked you now to measure right from secondary school. Some of us have been going to basic education. We went to basic education or we had the basic education that normally use all these metric units. So all of them are still in the same line. So what is the conversion rate? What is the conversion rate? Take note of this. 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. Let's take it as 12 inches. And 1 inch is equal to 25.4 millimeters, or they call it mm. So take note of this conversion rate. 1 foot gave us 12 inches, and 12 inches give us 25.4, which is approximately 25 millimeters. So we're going to be taking 1 inch to be what? 25 millimeters. Now let's solve something to see what we are going to have actually. Now let's say let's look at a particular question. Let's say we want to convert 50 inches to meters. Convert 50 inches to what? To meters. So how are you going to do this? How are you going to do this? Look at what we are going to do here. What we are going to do here. Take note of this. 25 millimeters is equals to 1. Just this approximate value is supposed to be 25.4, but I'm using approximate value, which is 25 millimeters, equal to 1 inch. 1 inch. So 1 inch. Let me write that way. 1 inch. Then 12 inch is equals to 1 foot. Take note of this. So if I want to convert from let's say millimeters to inch now, I will divide by this 25. If I want to convert from millimeters to foot, I will divide by 25 times 12. Take note of that. So if I want to convert from inch to millimeters, I'll multiply by 25. If I want to convert from feet to millimeters, I'll multiply by 25 times 12. That's how we did before in our metric unit. So taking note of that is very, very important. So just hold that to yourself, or let me just first do it this way in this what's it called, first principle. From first principle now you say we are converting this to this. You say, okay, if one, you have to know the conversion rate from conversion rule, we know that 1 inch is equal to 25 millimeters. Then 50, this 50 inches now will give us what? What will be 50 inches? This will be unknown because we don't know it yet. So what you do now, you cross multiply this to this to this. S times 1, that'll give us x, because we are looking for x in millimeters. Then that will be equal to 50 times 25. That will be 50 times 25. And that is going to give us a very lovely answer. And we're going to have 1250 or 1250, 1250, and this one now being millimeters. So this 1250. So some people like 1200, some people call it 1200. So the answer will be in, but remember we are moving to meters. We're moving to meters. So let me just remove this. I've already moved to millimeters. Now let's move it to meters now. Let's move it to meters so that we know what we are doing here. Let's move to meters now. Let's move to meters. So remember the answer in millimeters is this 12,000. That is 1,250. So now let's take that answer. Let's take that answer to let's take this answer to. All right. Let's say we want to take it now back to. We're taking 1250 millimeters now to meters. Remember, if I want to convert from millimeters to meters, I divide by what? 1000. So just come, the answer will be this value, which is 1250 divided by 1000. That'll give us 1.2 meters. So 50 inches or 50 inches is into as 1.2 meters. Take note of that. 50 inches is equals to 1250 millimeters. It's equals to, just divide it by 1000. That is 1.25, not just 1.25 meters. So it's 1.25 meters. Just 1, 2, 3. The stuff will be there now. So some go down 1.25 meters. So this is how you convert from inches to meters. Now remember, you must, it is very important or very lovely or very good to convert the best to millimeters before moving to meters. That is very lovely. It's very lovely to do that. Now let's move from foot now. Let's move from foot to let's move from foot to what's it called? Let's move from foot to meters now. Let's say we want to convert 100 feet to meters. How will you do this? 100 feet to meters. How are you going to do this? So look at how you're going to do this. We are first of all going to move from, we would have just do it this way. We just multiply by 25 and 12. Remember the relationship between millimeters and foot we did before was 25 and 12. But I don't want to do it that way. I want to do it gently. I will just say, okay, the answer will become 25 times 12 times this 100. That will give us the value in millimeters. Then I'll now move that millimeters divided by 1000 to bring it to meters. But I don't want to do it that way. That will not be cleared, because this is a very important stuff in a life situation, because you just want to measure so many things so that you know what you are doing. Okay, somebody say this land is 200 foot. You should know the meaning of that. All right, let's look at this. The first you do now, let's move this 100 foot to inch. Remember, 1 foot, let's move this 100 feet to inches. 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. Remember that. 12 inches. Then I'll just be using this for inches. IN. Okay, let me just no. I'll just be using INCH for inches. FT for foot. Feet. Just take care of that. Then 100 foot now will be equal to X in inches. So you just multiply this with this, multiply this with this. Okay, look at what I said just now. 1 times x, that'll be x. 100 times 12, that'll be 100 times 12. You see, we have multiplied with 1, just 12. I remember I told you before. Remember this, I said before that it's supposed to be, if you convert it directly from foot to millimeters, what you just do, just multiply the value in foot by 12 and also multiply by 25. Remember, this was what I said before. Just take note of that too. We're actually going to apply this. Now let's convert this one now. This one is in inches. Now let's move that one out to millimeters. Remember, if we want to move from inches to millimeters, we'll multiply by 25. So that will be 100 times 12 times 25, which is the same thing as this. So this is just a shortcut. You're moving from foot to millimeters. You multiply by 100. You multiply the value in foot by 25 and 12. Then you are good to go. So remember, the answer we're having is 100 times 12. I think that is 1200. So let's just use 1200. That is 1200. That is 100 times 12. That'll give us 1200. This one is in inches now. In how will give us how many millimeters? I already done that chart. When 1 inch, we said is approximately giving us 25 millimeters. So that'll give us, just multiply this one times this, that is x, is equals to this one times this, 1200 times 25. So what is 1200 times 25? So 1200 times 25 will give us 30,000. That'll give us 30,000. 30,000. Now the answer will now be 30,000 millimeters. Now to convert one to meters, just divide it by 1000. Divided by 1000 means just move the decimal point here 1, 2, 3 backward 3 times. So that will be 30 meters. That is 30 meters. So 100 foot is approximately equal to 30 meters. Now what about if you are using the actual value in foot? Remember we said 1 inches. What about if we are using the actual value in inches? Remember we said 1 inch. 1 inch. 1 inch is equals to 25.4. Let's put that 0.4 now to see the answer we are going to get. 0.4, right? So what we are going to do now, we are going to multiply that 1200. We're going to multiply that 1200 by 25.4 to see what we are going to have. Although this one will be a little bit bigger than the first one, so that will give us the actual value in foot. So that will give us 30.4. You see, it's still approximately this into 30.48 or just 30,480 millimeters. If I want to move from inch to millimeters, multiply by 25.4 or 25. So this one will be 30.48 meters. If you divide it by 1000, that will move it to meters. So this will be the value in meters. So instead of 30 meters, okay, let's just call it 30 meters. That will be more lovely. That will be more lovely. So what are we doing now? What we are doing actually is, if you want to convert from foot to meters, multiply the value by 25 and divide the answer by 1000. That is all. That's how to move from foot to, from inch to meters. If you want to move from foot to meters now, multiply the value by 25 times 12 and divide the answer by 1000. That will move it from what is it called? From foot to meters. So if I ask you now, what is 50 feet? What is 50 feet in meters? You just tell me 50 feet in meters will be equal to 50 times 25 times 12 divided by 1000. So that will give us, we said we have 50 times 25 times 12 divided by 1000. So that gives us that is giving me 50 meters. That's what I'm having. So this is how you convert from foot to meters. Then from inch, you remove this 12. As you convert 50 inches to meters, you don't multiply by 12 again. You just multiply 50 times 25 divided by 1000. So that is how it's done. So please take note of that. It's very, very important. So if I have a land now, let's say I'm having a land of this nature. Let's say I have a land and the land is 100. Okay, let's say the land is 200 by 150. This side are the same. This side and this side are also the same. So this 200 by 150 is in foot. Take note. So how will you now measure this land in meters? To measure this land in meters, this 150 now, what you do to it, you'll use this 150 to multiply 25 times 12. What is 25 times 12? 25 times 12 is equals to 300. Okay, very good, very good. Just use the foot to multiply 300 and divide it by 1000. That will give you the value in meters. I want to get this one in meters now. That's what I'm going to have. The same thing with this. Multiply this one with 300 and divide it by 1000. That will give you a value in meters. So let's try it now to see what we are going to have. The first one, 50 times 300 divided by 1000. 50, that's 150 times 300. That is giving me 45,000. So that will be 45 meters. Then what about this other 200 times 300 divided by 1000? Divided by 1000. That's 200 times 300 divided by 1000. That's giving me 60. So I'll give us 60 meters. That simple is as simple as that. If you want to graph from foot to meters, multiply by 300 and divide it by 1000. From foot to millimeters, just multiply by 300. Don't divide by 1000. We are dividing it by 1000 because we are converting the millimeters to meters. Remember, if you want to convert from millimeters to meters, you have to divide by 1000. What about if you are now moving from the foot? Okay, if you are moving from meters to feet, meters to inches, what are you now going to do? That will be our next video. Now, next video, we are going to explain all that. Thank you.